Mike. Thanks for joining us, mate. Obviously 50 years of Strapper, it's a massive achievement. So, still be running and going so strong. But yeah, take us back to where Strapper all started and how it came to be.
Well, I guess initially it started Dennis Day. His nickname was Strapper, and he came to Torquay in the 60s, started making boards with Freddie Pike at Pike Surfboards, then ended up building and production manager at Clembell Surfboards, which interestingly is where the Bells Beach Surf Shop is now. So Clemmy, Dennis, or Strapper, and Rob Brooks actually built the building, and Dennis was production manager and making a few boards that were his Strapper boards while he was at Clembell, and started getting his own orders, and ended up starting Strapper in his Strapper surfboards in 1976.
Obviously you're a bit of a gun kneeboarder growing up. How did you guys come across each other, you and Dennis?
Yeah, pretty interesting. I actually put a deposit on a kneeboard at a surf shop in Geelong, and I got toasted. I was really young, 14 years old, and got toasted by my friends that you've got to buy a local board down in Torquay, and I went and asked for my deposit back and came down, got introduced to Strapper and ordered a board off Dennis, and I was, I think, 15 by that stage, and it was late 1979, and I went in the Victorian schoolboy titles, and I'd never been in a surf contest, and they ran the event at Bells, and we had really perfect sort of 3-foot rink on for the finals, and I'd never been in a contest, had no idea what I was doing, but I ended up winning the comp, the kneeboard division, and from there got approached by Dennis to, would you be interested in shaping the kneeboards? My brother and a guy, Tony McLeod, my brother had got me into surfing, and Matt and Tony had set up West Coast surfboards, being the West Coast, the Torquay area. So even though I hadn't made boards, I'd watched boards get shaped and glassed and whatever, and Dennis, I don't know, saw something in that, and that I knew how boards were made, and offered me a job, basically.
And you left school and it formed the next part of your career?
He offered me a part-time job while I was at school, and I started, that was in really late 79, I was 15, and I started the next year and didn't last till Easter, and I quit school, left home and moved to Torquay, and basically hung around the shop. I don't think Strapper was very happy. He didn't want to be responsible for me leaving school, but I kind of hung around, and in the end I was selling boards and doing stuff, and they just had to pay me, and I ended up working. Haven't left.
Soon after you became a junior partner, got offered that opportunity to be junior partner with Strapper?
Yeah, a few years later, Strapper spent some time working in Santa Cruz, very similar cold water surf region in California, the home of O'Neill wetsuits, and Torquay is the home of Rip Curl wetsuits, so very similar. And I kind of half run the surfboard factory while he was away, and after he came back, he offered for me to buy in as like a junior partner, and which I did, and that, we stayed in a partnership until late 1989, and that's when I bought him out.
What was the first year of it being, your full, I guess, baby like? What was that? What was the first year of the tenure like? Was there a lot to learn?
It was pretty radical. I didn't want to buy him out. He was buying me out. And it came to time for it to actually happen, and he wasn't able to do it, so we kind of just flipped the deal we did. Instead of him buying me out, I bought him out because we'd done the deal. And so it was very kind of almost unplanned, and probably one of the hardest working years of my life, to be honest. Things were, Torquay's, pretty middle class, successful town nowadays. Back then, things were a lot tougher and economically, and the surf industry was a lot tougher economically, and it was survival and living week to week rather than, affluence. And it was really, really tough, but I absolutely loved what I was doing and had some really good people that I was working with, and kind of worked my butt off, and things were okay and we got through, but it was really, really challenging.
We've spoken in length about all the Torquay surf businesses being locally owned at that time, and you've sort of said, you pop around the corner to Rip Curl and you're meeting this person, and it was all local. What was that, I guess, like to have that community around that was all locally owned?
Yeah, in hindsight, I don't think we appreciated it at the time, but in hindsight, it was just a festering energy source, really. There was so many really good businesses in town, obviously led by Rip Curl and Quicksilver, but there were people like Full Bore Leg Ropes and Water Cooled and other surf businesses around that were really, really good, and had really kind of major personality type operators. So there was a lot of energy in town, and even though we're all kind of ruthless competitors, there was a lot of cooperation, and we were all in it together, just trying to have a lifestyle around surfing. And it's a little bit like surfing. You go surfing and I'll hustle you, Nathan, and try and get deeper than you and get the best wave, but when I'm paddling back out and you score a bomb, I'm the first guy stoked for you and hooting. So the surf industry around here in particular is very much like that. It was super, super competitive, but then when you get your wave, everyone's kind of stoked for you and would help you out and all that. So there was one hand ruthless competition, on the other hand really good working cooperation and friendship, so it's pretty cool.
And how's Strapper sort of evolved over the decades? Are there certain words or things that you associate each decade of Strapper with?
We've had we're a bit of a cat and nine lives. It's just been such a journey, and we've nearly gone broke, not once or twice, 2, 3, 4 times. We've reinvented ourselves 2, 3, 4 times. We've gone through periods where we were kind of pretty uncool and made a few bad mistakes and did the wrong thing, and then we've had other periods where we're really lucky and did some really good things and did a really good job, and people gravitate towards that. And so it's been an up and down kind of role, to be honest.
Yeah, I guess after all that, how does it feel to get to the 50 years this year? It's a very big milestone.
Pretty 50 years of anything, of life, marriage, whatever, all those kinds of things are amazing milestones. And for a kind of business like an enterprise to last that long is pretty radical, really. And there's not many in the surf industry, and certainly not many in Torquay that have lasted that long. And we've kind of always had this theme, the surfer shop, and it was a bit of a marketing language, but it was also a bit of a grounding to stay true to going to the beach and going surfing and know who we are and be happy in our own skin a little bit. So it was as much for ourselves to keep our reality as much as to tell customers, and it's kind of still the same now. It's all about going surfing and hanging out with people that are passionate about surfing, and it's pretty kind of comes easy when you've got a shared passion and experience. Surfing's a really good glue for all that. It's good.
How will you guys be celebrating the 50 years? Have you got some things planned?
We've got some pretty big plans. It's going to kind of culminate later in the year. So September, October, there'll be a big function and a book launch. But starting from Easter, we've got some activations, and there's some merchandise and some local wine, 50-year wine, and a few really kind of interesting angles that we're trying to connect. But yeah, we're pretty excited for it.